Hello everybody. Today today I'll be telling us we'll be going through the steps to create an e-commerce website, a basic e-commerce website, out of the box that we can build upon and use for a site for beginners, those who are not developers, that they can easily, so long you have a basic knowledge about websites um, and um, and content management systems, you'll be able to run your own website, your e-commerce website, just by building upon this basic e-commerce website we are going to build now. We are using a Drupal e-commerce content management system because that's the simplest way to go. So you don't have to go and go through too many things, because the procedures are already been put in place in the content management system, and that's the essence of using it. So we jump into it now. The steps we are following in creating our e-commerce website. Number one, you need to get a domain name. You buy that and you choose a web hosting company. You can do that in the same company. For example, use WinHost web hosting company or HostGator. HostGator has shared SSL, and it also renders MySQL database services. So this is why HostGator might serve you if you do not want to pay for separate SSL certificate. WinHost also has everything, but you have to pay for SSL certificate separately for yourself. And then it also has the MySQL database. But here, even though you can buy an SSL certificate for yourself or for your company, they have a shared one that you can just use. You don't have to buy. So number two, and after you get your domain name and you have your hosting company, your hosting site, you have paid for that, then you are ready to go. Decide whether to use your e-commerce site as the front page or to have a separate front page. The importance of this is that if you have a separate front page, you can start to design the front page. You can start to create the contents, articles, to promote your products even before creating your e-commerce site, so that Google can rank your site higher before your site will be visible. Google ranking to be high before you would even and you start having visitors there, more visitors before you even create your website. So those are prerequisites you need to have. Other prerequisites are just the basic prerequisites which you should know. That you have your computer, or you have your computer, your PC. And these are the ones I have told you now. Your online prerequisites are the domain name and the web hosting site. And then okay, those are the basic things. You have your database, and okay, and then so let's jump into it and let's go along and create the e-commerce website then. So first of all, you download your Drupal Commerce Kickstart install profile. So this is the file you are going to download from drupalcommerce.org website, which is an open source a developing company. Okay, so that you don't need to pay for the e-commerce Kickstart install profile, the file. You don't need to the software. You don't need to pay for it, because Drupal.org is an open source software company. You can just access online. So I've already done this. I've downloaded this e-commerce install Drupal commerce kickstart install profile. I can always show it to you if you want, but I think you should know it already. You should know how to do that. You just go to drupal.org, and then you go to extend. Is it? Yes. You go to under distributions. You click on under distributions, and you will get this. Okay, you will get this. But you first of all go to create and extend, and then you go to distributions, and then you get this and download it. Then the next thing to do is create a MySQL database. You can use PHP MyAdmin interface, or your host company will already have an application that you can use to create a database. If you use to create a database, so you create a MySQL database in which you are going to install the e-commerce website. So you carry on and do. I've already done that on my PC. I'm using the Apache server. So I have my htdoc here, and this is my folder, eManager or eMan folder. So this is my folder here. I have the file. I had to change the name from this usual e-commerce kickstart name to eMan, which will be the name of my folder I'm using on the htdoc or the Apache website. So we are ready to go on with that. So what we do next is to run the commerce kickstart. But as a prerequisite, you need to have a coil in your server. So whatever server you are using, whatever web hosting company, make sure that they have the coil. If not, it will not run. This file will not run, or your installation will not run. So let's jump in there now and create the website, e-commerce website. So here we are. My folder is running now. The installation has just started. It's installed. The commerce kickstart is been profile has been installed, and we are the first step, which is welcoming us, and we have to go to verify requirements. Agree whether you want to agree to the privacy policy and user agreements. Yeah, we agree. Or we want to opt out and disable content from the commerce guys, who are the creators of this software. So let's get started. Just agree. Get started. Click on. Let's get started. So we have passed our verification, so we have all our requirements intact in place. So we are going on with our database configuration for the e-commerce website. So you can see here we are using a MySQL, MariaDB database or equivalent. We are not using SQLite. So here we want to carry on and set up the database, e-commerce website database. My database name that I set up is database name eManager, and my username is also eMan. Database password. So we save and continue. I will pause first of all and let it run for coming back. Yeah, we have we set up the database. So we'll set up the database at this point. So the next stage will be to go and install Commerce Kickstart 2. So this is just the database, then the site itself, which is Commerce Kickstart 2 site, will be installed. So that's what the next stage we're going to. I will. It took us some time to get to this point anyway, depending on the computer, the capacity of the computer, the size and the speed. So I will stop my recording for some time until we get to the next stage, and then I will continue from there. So here we have completed installing the installation of database, and then we are installing the Commerce Kickstart 2 site. We are installing the site, so we put in the store name here, site information, your email. I just clicked this to change this default username and password. Click that. So I put in a new username. My username is my site username, e-commerce user usets. This will be my username, usets. Okay. E-commerce user. Okay, this will be e-commerce user. E-commerce user. E-commerce site user. Okay. So I put in my password. E-commerce site. put your country here, what country you want to put here, you put it here, okay, and the time zone will come up automatically. So we save and continue at this point to configure the next stage is to configure this site now. So actually this site has been installed with the database being installed. So the configuration of the site that we're actually going to now. So we click save and then continue. It's going to take me some time also, because my computer is very using a small computer. So depending on the speed of your computer will determine the time each stage will be taken. So I will stop recording now until configuration of sites, until I complete configuring the sites. Then we'll continue again. So our site has been configured now. The next stage is to configure the store of our store. The country where you are configuring from, you can change it from here, whatever country that you are in. So the site will know that you are in that country. Functionality, you want to install the demo store, I will advise you do that. Say yes. So once installed, product type cannot be deleted, nor not recommended for development. Okay. Product type cannot be deleted. What do we do here? You want to install the demo store. I would like to do that. It means that there are some product types that will be there that I cannot delete, which I can still use anyway. If I want to adapt it, I can adapt it to other products and use it for other products. Localization, you want to be able to translate interface of your store. I'll say no. If you want to do that, you can do that. Then the currency, default currency in this commerce Kickstarter e-commerce store is normally dollars. You can change it here to whatever currency of your country. I will be changing mine to Great British Pound. Great British Pound. Tax rates examples. No example tax rate. I'd like to put an example tax rate. Yes. So I have an example upon which I can do some other kind of tax rate. So with that, I can say create and finish. Configure store. Configure site. I don't actually want to import data. I don't actually want to import data, so maybe I will have to change this. Let me see. Install additional functionality. Allow checkout for anonymous users. I would not like to allow that. Front page slideshow, I would like that one. Custom admin menu designed for store owners. Okay, blog functionalities, yes. Social logins and links for sharing products via social network, yes. Zoom and gallery mode for products, yes. Allow checkout for anonymous users. No, I don't like to do that. If you allow checkout for anonymous users, then they can check out even though they are not registered. But you can do that, and then anonymous users check out for featuring specific content. So let's do that. Allow checkout anonymous users. We do that. I don't think this is safe to do. If you allow this, then your users can be checking out even though they have not you don't know them, and they can go through your checkout, and after clicking on your products, they can go through your checkout. So I think it's best to leave that one alone, not to allow the checkout for anonymous users. Okay. So at this point, I think we can move on. Create and finish. So while this is going on, I will have to stop our video again so as to save some time. So now we are installing additional functionalities that we indicated in the last stage. Store or demo store, but we're installing functionalities that will help us later on to be able to set up our store in a way that is more elegant, just like they have in the demo store. Later on I will show us the demo store, the full demo store itself, and then whatever we are going to get out of this one, so we can build on this one, or we'll build on the full demo store. So it has started to install the additional functionalities. So what we do now, I will just suspend it again, the recording, until this one is over. And with this, we will not have to import a lot of content. Okay, because if we have to import a lot of content, that is, if we are installing the whole demo store, then we will have needed to change setting to increase the maximum execution time, maximum time that this software can execute any procedure, any command on the PHP file of this software. So at the moment we just suspend recording now until we are ready again to finish up, until the installation is completed or finished. So here we are. We have finished configuring our store, all the modules that are been installed right now for them to configure the store. So the next thing now will be, that is it. These are the additional functionalities of the store. And the next thing will now be to import the contents, the next stage. But since we're not installing the whole demo store, the importation should be easy now. It shouldn't be very difficult. To avoid difficulties at this stage, we ought to have amended the maximum execution time at the very beginning of the installation. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, importation of whatever content we need, the minimum content we will be importing, we'll be able to go through with the execution times that we have. But at this point in time, the e-commerce store has been set up. It's totally set up, completely set up. The e-commerce website has been built. So whatever contents those that wrote this software want to be in it are those that will be imported at this time, but they'll be minimal. So hopefully the importation will be gone without any incidents, and as a result of that, there shouldn't be anything that looks disheartening, or anything that looks like a breakdown of the process. But whatever it is, at this point, you can actually avoid any other thing and go to the to your website, and whatever happens here. But I'm sure that it will be okay. The importation will be okay. So at this point in time, I want to suspend again the video and give you some time before we continue again. So I finished with installing the additional functionality, and now importing functionality of that demo store. So I expect that this should run easily and should complete without any incidences. I might also suspend the recording now until this is completed, and we'll come back and continue. Hello, so here we go. This is our e-commerce site. The store name was called Eco Manager, but it's still reading Commerce Kickstart here. This is because we have to change it. We have to change it before it can come up. And this is the e-commerce site without any demonstration store. So products were not imported into this, but the one that product was imported in, I will show you how it looks. This is it. This is one that products were imported into here. So this is the e-commerce store with a demonstration store with some products imported into it by the software creators. Software creators are they are, let's see what they're called commerce guys. So compliments to them for their good work. Here we have the e-commerce store set up with demonstration store, demo store. So you have some products that are already in it. You can click on this and you see what it looks like. I think we may not be able to carry on more than that. We already have more than 30 minutes and I don't want to prolong this video any longer than this. So maybe the next video we'll look at how this e-commerce store, the one with the demo, looks like and the one without the demo, and how we can progress, how we can to build it up from there into what to carry our product types, our products. Okay, I hope this has helped you. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to your watching my the next video that I will be making on this along this the e-commerce store line. Thanks very much and God bless.